Game on, Mara. Here we're all back with Diablo 3 Season 11. From the last video, I finally got the last item to make the Staff of Herding. It took roughly around 200 runs to get it, but now that I have it, I can start farming cowland. Also got a few other items here on the way that I'll identify at some point, but let's get straight in there and try and get some of the collectible items that you can get. So you go to Act 1, the old ruins. You can just be in normal mode, it doesn't affect the drop rate of the rainbow portrait. It may affect the spectrum, the drop rate of that. But I'm also wearing a set of Kane's gear that has a bonus, 50% bonus to magic finding, which did actually help with the last item of the staff. I think I probably did about 170 to 180 runs without it, and the last 20 or 30 with it, so overall I think it did make a difference. So there we go. We'll just go and talk to this cow guy, and he opens up this this portal here, and you need to have that in your inventory at the time apparently, because I tried putting it into the stash and it just didn't work. So what I'm looking for here is a character called Sir William, who drops the rainbow portrait. I'm not going to bother too much attacking the other things or clicking on the clouds, because quite often they don't drop anything. So I'll just kill any named mobs, any bosses, elites, whatnot, to see what they drop. And I'm also going to go around the periphery of the island. Yeah.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
The drop rate of legendaries is actually, it feels less than normal in here. Don't know if that's true, it could be because I'm on normal, but the first few passes that I did it on Torment 2 and it had the same conclusion. Maybe wrong.
Sweet revenge.
Unfortunately, I don't have a really fast build to run around, so that is going to be my next goal, to make a witch doctor so I can do this chicken form that can run around really fast. I know very little about it other than it's possible, but I want to on this character I want to finish chapter 4 at least before I do that, maybe a little bit further. I also noticed on the last stream that I did, after about 2 or 3 hours my upload speed dramatically dropped. I don't know whether that's because my ISP hit a cap, or whether some of the other computers in the network were being used, I'm not sure. But I've got the bandwidth monitor on today.
Sweet revenge.
I'm just going to check that now actually. Yeah, so far so good. I think it's an ISP thing, because I've noticed it happened with games before. Yeah, so the last item for the staff, very rare, like I said, 200 runs. I get the feeling that Sir William is even rarer.
You won't survive that.
Who's this? Evil Oliver. He appears very frequently. And what I can gather from the forums, he isn't a placeholder for Sir William. They can both appear on the map at the same time. That's just what I read. I don't actually know myself.
That was just a taste.
Yeah, so I'll do this part up here and here, and then I'll go back down and do that bottom part. Because you know rotten luck, it will be there. And normally I'll just skip past it.
Do you want more?
Sometimes it looks as though there's only a little extra bit that you've missed on the map, so you think, oh, I'll not bother. But it turns out to be a whole extension that can go on for quite a ways. Well, no luck on that run. No surprises, really. From what I've read, it can take anything from... Well, obviously it's random, but obviously there's probability curves with randomness, so you can't just see random as an excuse for everything. But people are quoting figures for anything from, 50 runs to 500 runs.
I will not do that.
Darkness awaits you.
Oh God, you mean
Shame there's not a quicker way of getting into it. Right, we're in bottom corner this time. Evil Oliver, yep. Dead Oliver.
A worthy foe. They should have run when they had the chance.
Darkness awaits you.
Yeah, I know I wasn't going to get the clouds, but sometimes it's just muscle memory.
That was just a taste. fear betrays you.
I need more discipline.
I've run this about, I don't know, 20 times now, maybe slightly less. I still don't know the shape of the landmass off by heart yet. That will speed things up if I did. I'd know exactly where the alcoves are and where they're not.
Your fear betrays you. Do you want more?
I think what I'll do today, after I've run this a few times, I might do some more greater rifts. Some rifts and greater rifts. Because I really need to get this
Your fear betrays you.
last one done. I need to do a greater rift level 20 solo, so I can't get any help with it. And I think the first time I got up to level 18, so I've advanced quite a lot since then. So I should be able to do it. The only problem is I've noticed my build, I run out of hatred, you know, very quickly. I can regenerate it by obviously using my primary weapon. Or I've also got an effect on my secondary that increases it as well. But I'd like not run out of it by default, if possible. I'll worry about that later on. There's also roughly about a 30% chance at there's a pinata somewhere. And apparently that's supposed to have a chance of
Not
dropping
enough
some
discipline.
interesting collectible items. I don't know whether the spectrum comes from there or not. Not sure. Spectrum is a legendary sword which is sought after because of its transmog, its appearance. So it's worth getting. I think what I'll do as well is the Crusader that I've recently got to level 70, I'll probably pull that into Season 11 at some point as well. And use that transmog on him if I do get it.
Was all of them.
Hello Benji Qualders, how you doing? It's always a good idea never to use real names on the internet. Just a pro tip. Alright, so we'll do a third run here.
You mean the cowl?
Hopefully we'll get lucky this time, we'll get all the items. What's this up here? Nope.
What a monstrous creature!
Hey, Paragon level. Movement speed. Actually, you know what? Just for now, I'll put that all in movement speed. It's only the difference of how much? 20%, yeah, that's a sizable chunk.
Bleed, you filth!
I'll have to remember to put that back once I go into
Not enough hatred.
proper levels, so to speak, the Torment.
Do you want more?
Thing is, when you do this in any sort of long collection, is you need to let your brain tune out. If you've got a TV or a second monitor or third monitor,
I need more hatred to
put
do
some
that.
TV on, watch a video, put some music on, whatever, and just tune out.
I need more discipline.
You won't survive that!
So far the stream's holding up. Usually takes about 2 or 3 hours before, well, about 2 hours the last time, before it starts going funky.
That would not be wise. Not enough discipline. My hatred is too low.
Sweet revenge!
Right, how much? Yeah, I've got a few more. I've got to check over there, there, and there.
I am too low on discipline.
Yeah, the lack of legendaries is a bit disappointing in this zone. Apart from the 2, or is it 3 collectibles, there's really nothing in this zone. Yeah, you get the occasional gems, and you may get a legendary, but it's extremely rare compared to the other cow zone, which I actually got loads of legendaries and even 2 ancients just from one run. Yep, no luck there. need something to drink, 1 second. So yeah, if you don't already know, which I'm assuming everyone does that's played this game, you have to log out and come back in to reset the zones. Essentially, even in single player mode, Diablo 3 is actually an online game. Apparently it helps prevent hacking and various other reasons which a lot of players
Feel
don't
my
like.
wrath.
Oh god, you mean...
Your fear betrays you.
I need more discipline.
At least my headphones sound better now. I installed the latest drivers and it seems to have fixed the lack of bass problem. Although the sliders don't seem to really do anything. I've had nothing but problems with this headset, and it was fairly expensive. Very unusual for Logitech, because everything else I've had from them has been absolutely brilliant.
I can't do that.
Do you see that enemy over there?
Super awesome sparkle cake. Yeah, that one spawns quite often.
Bleed, you filth.
I am too low on discipline.
I'll be telling stories about that for a while.
That was just a taste.
Not enough discipline.
Vengeance.
I need more discipline. Not enough discipline.
Yeah, I think I'll just do these areas now rather than having to come back. Top left.
I am too low on discipline.
I forgot to loot this chest. I do that quite often, you know. Especially in zones where I'm not, you know, bothered about loot because they're either the level's too low or whatever. Difficulty. Wish you could zoom out on the minimap. That'd be really, really useful. Or have this configuration, but still be able to click on the actual map underneath. Anyway, you can't, so it doesn't matter. Hello, Mr. Cow.
Oh God, you're a cow? You mean the cow?
If you're lucky this time, we're gonna get it. Sir William's gonna spawn. And he's got a 100% chance of dropping the portrait, the rainbow portrait, I believe. He's a teddy bear. He's a bear. Not one of them ponies. Alright, this just needs to be massacred. Yeah.
Do you want more?
I think I read somewhere there's only certain places that he spawns, so you could directly go to them if you knew which map you were on, because there's only a certain amount of configurations. And just run to them points, but like I said earlier, I don't know the maps well enough. And I want to make sure anyway.
You won't survive that.
Not enough discipline. I am too low on discipline.
Darkness awaits you.
I need more discipline. Not enough discipline.
One thing I want to change is if I can, like I just said, I need to reduce my hate usage, especially when I use strafe. Now, resource cost reduction doesn't seem to do much at all. I mean, it's only a few percent, so you wouldn't expect it to change the world, but at some point there will be a tipping point, and I'm just wondering what percentage that will be.
Not enough hatred.
Is there anything else I can do here? So that one definitely needs to be on, because 25 is a really big chunk. Also, when I get healed, it goes up as well by a big chunk, so that's has to be on. So your primary skill generates additional hatred. Well, I never use the primary skill, and my secondary regenerates 3, and that's far more useful anyway, so there's no point in that. I might investigate that later on for second-hand crossbow. 1 hatred pierce. Now that's useful. That is useful. I'm not bothered about discipline. I only use it for vaulting. Yeah, that archery. Let's try that. I keep forgetting that you can potentially do two-handed attacks. Let's check out this one. It's not what not what I was expecting. Oh, because that's a one-hander and that's a two-hander. Is that what it means? Does it mean a two-hander or 2 one-handers? Two-hand crossbow. Yeah, I think it means the latter. So which one do I need to get rid of? Can't really afford to get rid of any of them. Yeah, I'll try that one. Um, 5.43 now. This is a two-hander. Four. Oh, that's a bit of a pain in the arse. Maybe I need a... I'm going to try and see if I can get a one-hander. 1 second.
I need to go back.
I'll just make a cheap yellow one. They're all two-handed. Every single one. Which is not the best. Why isn't it under here as two-handed crossbow, but never mind. So right now, I'm at 5.43, and when I remove this, it'll go down to 4, which is what I've seen before, because I lose that 1.43. And that doesn't make any difference to it. And that's a two-hander. So this effect here, two-hand crossbow, must be for two one-handed crossbows. See if I've got any in me stash. It's a one hand. So can I go like that? And then put this one in. That has regeneration of 1.37, so that innately would make it go up to 5.37. But it should be 6.37 if that... Ah, you can it. Because that's two-handed, what am I talking about? 5.43, this should go up to 6.43 if it works. 7 point... Ooh. This is what I should have been using all along, I think. Yeah, I don't think it's getting that effect. 7.8. Put it on there for a while. Ah, so it did work. It's two one-handed items. Now let's see if I actually even need it now, because both them items have got regen on. Yep, I do. But this could be the solution. Not quite, but better than out. Maybe I can reforge them and get a bit more. Let's see if I've got any other ones. Let's put all the weapons down here. Sword, sword, sword. Dagger, swordy sort of stuff. Oh, there's one. One hand. Now. Reduces all resource costs by 10%. Now, that's probably not going to be as good as Hatred Regen 1.37. So I'm not going to bother. Well, I'm going to do a little test. Yeah, it won't be. Yeah, I'm gonna speculate that a lot of people are using these two crossbow setups rather than using a quiver, which is a shame because I think it had good stats on it. Yeah, extra sentry. That has hatred regen on it. That's better. But I don't get that extra check. Yeah. Very little in it though, 6.88. Well, there's one difference. Actually, can the Templar use this? Six and 2 threes really.
Excellent.
Not going to worry about it too much. It's not a perfect fit anyway because it's got vitality on it. Right. Yeah. I'll do these other ones some other time. It's not important right now. Fun, fun, fun. Back killing crap in the cow zone. Looks as though I almost finished it anyway.
That was just a taste.
Have I got a speed buff? Feels I'm running faster and I've got that effect and I didn't click on anything. I know I put a few points into it, but at the time it didn't feel any different. Oh well, I don't know. It went slow again. Up there and up there. Another reason why I don't... early on I was talking about the fact that it's good to tune out and watch a movie, watch some TV, watch a video, listen to some music. Thing is, I archive these videos onto YouTube, and any music, any TV is going to be against the policy and the sound's going to be turned off. Blah, blah, blah.
You won't survive that.
Do 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 do. Yeah, what I'm going to do is, before I go any further, well, I'll go into the zone. I want to save this profile.
I need to go back.
No, not that one. This one, into the Armory. Magic find. Save that. My main one, which I use for killing stuffs, I'll need to tweak that to incorporate the two weapons as well, and the change in skills as well.
That was just a taste.
Unimaginable.
Lovely present.
want more?
Actually, I think before I incorporate that second crossbow and the skill change into my main build, I'll probably want to do some DPS tests and whatnot. I mean, yes, the increased hatred regen is very important, because what happens is, in greater rifts, when you're up against the clock, you'll kill mobs, then you run out of hatred and you'll have to stop and do something else to regen, so it is very important. But if my overall DPS has went down, then it isn't necessarily a better thing, so I'll have to do some tests.
Feel my wrath.
Shame there's no sort of training dummy in Diablo 3 like there is in EverQuest 2. Although that hasn't been updated in quite a few years now, so it's meaningless to a certain extent.
Enemy over there.
You won't survive that.
I wonder what the maximum value for
Just a taste.
hatred regen is on an item. I think it must be 2. And I think I guesstimated that when I'm using strafe or strafe,
Your fear
I'm
betrays
using
you.
roughly 10 hatred a second. Roughly, I'm just eyeballing that. So I'd need to increase that by 2 or 3.
That was just a taste.
Pinata! Nothing useful. Apart from the money, which I don't have much use for anyway. I think I used it right at the very start of the game to upgrade your, like, the armor and stuff. And then I used a decent amount in the millions for the Staff of Herding materials, and that's the only time I've used it. Used money. Here we go again. Yeah, I'm tempted to check out the new Twitch desktop app, which, as a developer myself, I know that it isn't actually a desktop app. It's a web app wrapped in. It's just a web browser that's wrapped. But apparently, from what I can tell, and I haven't dug into the details that much, it does have some functionality that isn't part of the website.
Oh gods. You mean the cow? hatred to do that.
What are these? Cuddleby.
You won't survive that.
Sir William's probably just... He's a boss, so he wouldn't be blue anyway. What's this one? Evil Oliver. Purple. And Sir William would be the same colour as him.
Your fear betrays you.
The good thing about the increase in hatred is twofold, and it's obvious, really. You last longer when you're strafing, and when you do run out, it comes back quicker, so that's good.
Darkness awaits you. Darkness awaits you.
I'll go down there in a minute. Well, stream is still going well. The data rate, I mean, because I had problems with it yesterday.
That was a worthy foe. Glorious.
Down here, and then I'm done, I think. Yeah. For this run, anyway. Nope.
My hatred is too low.
I'm going to try putting it on Torment 2, just to confirm what I think about drop rate of legendaries. This is going to be harder than normal because I'm not using my best gear. I'm using my magic find gear. So I think there's 4 items. I think it's 4 items that are based on magic find rather than, you know, protection and damage.
Oh God, you mean the cow?
Again, I'm just gonna, well, I'm gonna try and run past all the trash mobs. Right, let's see if this drops a legendary.
Not enough hatred.
I need more hatred to do that. My hatred is too low.
Nope. Couple of yellows. And a death breath.
I am too low on discipline. I need more hatred to do that.
Not enough hatred.
Yeah.
We find more like that.
My hatred is too low.
That was just a taste.
Why is my hatred not going up for when I'm using no. Chakra now generates 3 hatred, so I haven't got that anymore. Bugger. That's what I use to essentially regen. I'll just use my primary skill. Evil Oliver. Yeah, I know I've got a hybrid set up here. I have, I use a bit of thorns and I use a bit of other stuff that requires proximity. Like I have this fire effect that follows behind us, which runs out quickly, so I need to be on top of the mobs. And I have this other one that drops lava, and I know I shouldn't be using them on this class, but whatever. I'll do it better later on once I'm nearer the end game.
That was just a taste.
I mean, primarily I'm here to enjoy myself, not to max min and be pro. Although if I'm here to enjoy myself, what the hell am I farming this for 200 times for?
My hatred is too low.
Actually, what I could do is reforge the canes set that I'm using, which I only use for farming. But then again, I shouldn't be doing a lot of fighting, so I don't need the energy anyway. Not this sort of farming anyway, where I can put it on normal. What I need is speed, so I'll regen that into speed, yeah. I'll reforge it into speed. Let's have a look.
I need more hatred to do that. I need to go back.
Get in, 158. Uber doober. Right, let's have a look. I've got 4 items of canes, so legs, hands, feet, head. Legs, hands. Eh? Legs, hands, feet, head. Yeah, that's right. So start at the top. Wrong person. It's got 1 socket which I'm currently using. Vitality, don't need that. Unfortunately, I can't replace it with anything more interesting as. Yeah. Definitely don't need that. Nothing interesting there. Sockets. Nothing interesting there. I mean, there are some interesting effects, like, you know, fear on hit, so I can run through mobs and they'll piss off. You know, and some of these are the ones, but I really want speed. I wonder if that's speed's a property at all, or whether it's just a secondary thing. No, you can reforge secondaries by the looks of it. Yeah, it looks as though I can't enchant. I keep calling it reforge. Sorry. Reforge into speed. Oh, yes, you can. Armor. Right. And this is me feet. – 10 to 12%. Oh, nice. Right, I'm going to double check these. Now, that was armor, wasn't it? Maybe... hands. Oh, that's hands. So is it just armor that can be reforged into speed? Well, that reduce all resource cost by 6% can go into armor, so... They're the only 4 items that that I swap out when I'm doing me farming runs. I don't want to alter the other ones because they optimize for torment levels when I need the most damage and stuff. Let's see what secondary things we can get. Sockets, yeah, I'll keep that there because that's using the resource cost by 11%. Now if I could add sockets to these and then use them yellow gems or orange or whatever they are. Well, that's already got an effect on it, so... Oh, shit. Oh, yeah, that's right, that's right. Come on, give me sockets. Yeah, I already did that one. Sockets. Don't care about gold. Care about sockets. Sockets, sockets, sockets. There we go. I don't use that anyway. Now I can get 1 to 2 sockets, so I'm going to try and go for 2. Oh, nice. Alright. And this one, so I can go for sockets. No. 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 No, let's see what secondary ones. Not really bothered about them. So the head.
I cannot follow you if we just stand around.
Yes, I know, I'll be finished soon. So it's the hands and the head that I need to do something with. Come on, pick something. Cooldown, chance to deal area damage. Reduce resource. Oh, it's already at that. Never mind. Suppose I could try and get it to 8%, but you know, I'll just leave it at that. Now this one, elemental arrow, I don't use it. Right, I'm just going to go with that. And get 2 of them gems. Forge jewelry, forge combined gems. What I want is a topaz. 2 of them. No, that bloody intelligence. Oh, shit. Because it's not a helm. Duh. Oh, crap. Have I just done all of that for nothing? Because I didn't read properly. Right, it's legs. Intelligence, resistance, strength. Yeah, I have. I've just wasted that. Shit. Time to delete the stream, I think. Oh, I've got to put something else in there instead. I'll do a dexterity. I'm not going to use the Imperial ones. In fact, I'm going to just use the shit ones. Because I'm not going to waste them. Balls. Do any of these poison? No. Explosion of gold. Well, that is poopy and silly on my behalf. I'm going to see what these are, and I like to do them one by one rather than using the book. Increases the effect. Any gems socket into the side by 88%. Okay. Come on, magic find. Speed. That's interesting. Chance to cluck when attacking. What the hell is that? Oh, I've got to try that out. Strange. Yeah, there's no effect on that. But it is 703 dexterity, which is nice. I should potentially keep that for me other build. Vitality's more. Life and crit hit chance by 9.5. That's a lot. But I'm going to lose the movement speed. And I'd also have to get rid of health globes and poison grant 27k to try and get a socket. So I'm not sure. Yeah, that's no good for me right now. Prevent all arcane damage taken and heal yourself for 21%. Interesting. Not a replacement though. Summon a treasure goblin and picks. Oh yeah. Now this one reduces resource costs by 5%. More attack speed. More damage. Now the thing is, if the effect, the legendary effects were different, then this would be a better item.
Evil does not rest, neither should we.
That increased attack speed by a couple of percent is useful, and the 15% area damage on hit is useful. Having said that, though, the chance to hit, to engulf the ground in lava seems to happen very rarely. Maybe once or twice in a longish fight. I could use a puzzle ring in the box to in the cube. I don't know what to do. Well, that can go in there. Yeah, I'm going to keep that as because the fire skills as well. A chance to block. I'm going to see if I can change that. Because all of my block comes from that ring, and it's pathetic 15% chance, and it's just not useful. Oh shit, I can't change it anyway. It's got an orange dot next to it, so that must be the legendary part, I presume. I don't know. Actually, I don't know what that orange dot means. Either way, I can't change it. I can change Dex, Vitality, and Armor. I'll change Armor too. Yeah, I'll just leave that as it is. Wonder if I can change that. Reduces cooldown of all skills to resource costs. Was that even on the list? Don't believe it was. Yeah, it was. And get another socket, which would be really bloody useful. Resource costs 5 to 8. Yeah, let's try that. Thing is, I'm not going to lose that if I don't pick anything. Tempting, cause that's really. Oh, you can't. I don't think you can't possibly. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I have to pick that. Have to pick that. I've got to have sockets on my jewellery. Because I've got to put these on. Right. Poison on enemy. 10 seconds. Yeah. On this sort of run, gold would be useful, but. Gain 20% increased damage for 31 seconds. That sounds nice. 2000% weapon damage over 10 seconds. So that's 200% over a second. Let's give that a try. Thing is, I'm altering quite a lot on my magic setup here. And when I go back to my main one, I'll have to redo a lot of this. let's do that now. So, apart from skill, there's only one skill change. So that actually... Oh, I've cocked that up, haven't I? My main build doesn't have canes in it. Oh, shit. Yeah, so what I need to do is... Shite. Helm, obviously. And I'm going to put that one in. Not like that. Dozy bugger. And the pants did have different pants. And it must be another Hell's Walker to get this. No, because I don't have all 6 parts yet. Ew, I need to find the pants. I think that's them. Yeah, and I need a socket. It. Other. Intelligence, no. Resistance, strength, dexterity. Yeah, overloading on dexterity. I know I should have been putting some vitality in there for life, but whatever. No, I think that's my main setup. I did use the companion. Strafe was the same. I just check. Main damage is fire still, so everything else changes. Stays the same. Fire. Physical. Yeah, none of these are. Yeah, I was going to use that on this build anyway. Ballistics, yeah. Yeah. Have to use that on every build, I think. What's me crit at? Oh! How the hell is that 18%? Oh crap, I can't be having that, like. I wasn't relying on this one here. It's one of these, isn't it? Well, double check, let's save it. Yeah, it's because I was using that. Balls. Okay. Anyway, that seems to be sorted, so let's continue with the extremely exciting Whimsy Dale or Whimsyshire run, which looks as though it was done anyway, so. When we get back into the game, I've got some junk in me inventory that I need to put into the stash. That, and that. Need to delete all of them. The jury was still out on them, so I'm going to keep them here.
I heard you came here from Tristram. My family came from there.
Oh,
It's
good.
had some very bad luck, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Oh gods, you mean the cow?
Left it on Torment, didn't I? Screw it. I'll change it back the next time. After I ascertain that it doesn't actually help drop rate.
My hatred is too low. Not enough hatred.
Feels like my regen rates went down again. No, it's 7.8. Doodaloo doo doo doo. Yeah, I need to start doing more because they upgrade the rifts. So I can get more gems and upgrade the ones I've got. Was that a goblin I heard there? No.
That would not be wise.
That was just a taste.
My hatred is too low. Not enough hatred.
Sweet revenge.
Do 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 do. Ah, I need some tunes on. One thing I do like about Path of Exile is gems level up. as you use them,
Do that.
Bleed, you
rather than how it works in Diablo 3, which is you have to do a greater rift, then talk to the woman at the end. I mean, is one better than the other? I'm not sure. They're just different. Both games have definitely copied off each other, but try to put a different spin on it, and that's good because, as you know, as most people agree, it's Oliver. Diablo 3 was disappointing when it was first released, and the competition from Path of Exile,
Not
and
enough
just
hatred.
generally the community not expecting expecting more than what it was. You know, Blizzard did come back and improve it significantly. Now it's a really good game.
No, I will not do that.
Yes, you will do that. Yeah, I'm going to put it back to normal. I'm just wasting time doing all of this stuff for no gain.
My hatred is too low.
Could we find more like that?
And I'm starting to wonder whether the extra magic find makes a difference on... Well, the thing is, when a mob drops loot, the loot table is decided by various things, including magic find. But I don't think magic find makes a difference as to whether a mob actually spawns or not. And that's what we want here. There's a 100% chance of Sir William dropping the rainbow banner. That's not the problem, it's whether he spawns or not. And magic find doesn't help, so I might just use my other build. I'm just talking out loud, I don't know what I'm talking about really. I'm still a noob. See that lava effect, it's spawned there,
Not enough
and usually it's just once during a fight, which isn't useful at all. Well, actually it might be if, you know, if it's right where the mobs are and they're all standing in it. Yeah, and there's one thing I've needed to do, Paragon points for my main build. I screwed them all up. Sure. Now that we've done that, I'm going to assume that when you save your loadout, so to speak, to the Armory, it saves how your Paragon points are spent. Doesn't look as though it does. There's nothing on here for it. Let's check. It's not Paragon points. Like, I've got movement, all of it in movement speed, which, you know, is useful for a run like this, but if I'm fighting mobs, I'm going to want a lot in dexterity. So. that's saved. Paragon, reset that. No, what we're going to do is go here. Equip. Paragon. Reset that. Put it all in dexterity. That's alright for both of them. And then 1, 2, 1, 2. Utility, resource. Well, yeah, that's definitely. That's how I want it for this. So I go back to here and equip that. Is that going to change my Paragon points? No! Poop. It's a shame. But it's not that much of a problem because resetting it and then putting them back isn't tricky. It's not like you've got to judge, oh, well, this bit of item synergizes with that one, and then this gem synergizes with that, and then you look at the stats. It's fairly easy. But it would be nice if it was incorporated into the loadout. Anyway.
Take me with you. It's been
Go back to normal. I will be back soon.
And at the end of days, the first sign shall appear in the heavens. Justice shall fall upon the world of men. The armies of light and shadow will clash across the fields of eternity. Leah, are you all right, my girl?
It was nothing, Uncle. Just a bad dream. We should be getting you home.
But there's still work to be done. If these translations are correct, the powers of hell could already be on the move. The world must be told of the coming darkness. You do believe me, don't you, Leah? It has begun.
Leave it, Uncle. It's not important.
at the end of days.
And we're back. For those of you who've just joined us, we're playing Diablo 3, Season 11. And we're doing some farming. My headphones are being funny, 1 second. Yeah, you can hear us, 1, 2, 3. Side tones turned off for some reason. There we go. That's better. Right, so we're going to go back to, well, we're already normal. Start game. Didn't know the start game button was right there, but cool. Not going to do too many more runs. It's getting old. Going to do a Greater Rift. See if any friends are on. That's quite a good effect.
Bleed, you filth!
Yeah, I'm going to change me Paragon point back.
Oh gods. You mean the cap?
No, not the cow level. Right, core. I want that. All movement speed. Boom. Defense. Defense. That's the only one I really need for this. Resource. Well, I shouldn't be attacking a lot, so won't need that.
Vengeance!
So that triggers even when you're not. Chance on hit. So obviously that means chance on me getting hit, because that just procced there and I wasn't attacking. Yeah. I very much have this build wrong for this class. There's at least 3 or 4 effects, procs, that are dependent on me getting hit or proximity to the mobs, and I shouldn't be doing that. What's going on here? That's got a shield.
You won't survive that!
I need more discipline.
Do 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 do.
Feel my wrath!
Boom boom boom.
A worthy foe. Glorious.
Glorious. Kapla.
You won't survive that!
Not enough discipline.
Cuddle this.
discipline.
Sweet revenge.
I am too low on discipline. I need more discipline.
I mean, the setup I should be using is obviously, essentially, I'm a ranger, so I DPS from range, bow and arrow or crossbow or whatever, and I do have some items like and I do have some items that help me with that. But I'm not using them because I'm using this terrible hybrid build. Because to be honest, there's not many items that I've come across that have effects that are more useful for.
You won't survive that.
Not enough discipline.
Well, no luck there. I'll check up here. One more run, I think. At least for now. Not interested in that event.
Oh God, you mean...
Oh yeah, like I was trying to say before, most of the items I've got in gems and whatnot, the good damage on them requires me to have close proximity to the mobs. I've only got one, I believe, that is optimised for range.
These enemies defy all.
My hatred is too low.
Vengeance!
And they also make use of fire. So the lava, the flames that go behind us, all the other stuff that I've picked uses fire. I've got a 20% increase in that, I believe. Fire damage 20.
Do you want more?
Oh, Tubbers. Have I seen that one before? Not sure I have. For a moment there I thought it was Sir William. Never mind.
Bleed, you filth!
Yeah, so if I need to make me build for range, it means I need to stay at range. And classically in an MMORPG, what you do is you'd have a tank that enables that. So the tank would grab the mobs, you as range DPS would stand off and do your range DPS.
Revenge.
But I'm not sure how that works in Diablo. And a lot of my play is solo, so I don't get that opportunity anyway. And yes, that's only my fault, nobody else's. I wanted to get a feel for the game before I started grouping, so I didn't feel quite as noobish. Yeah, let's do this bit up here first quickly and then the bottom left. Evil Oliver.
Sweet revenge.
I am too low on discipline.
One second, I'm just going to check the battery level on my headset. 8 hours approximately. Well, started off with 10 hours, it said, and it's been 2 hours almost exactly, so that's holding up remarkably well as far as accuracy is concerned. I know in the past it hasn't. It'll have said 4 hours and after 30-40 minutes it'll be next to 0, but that's good. Yeah. Okay guys, that's me done for this little run here. I'll be back shortly and we'll do some rifts and greater rifts. Thank you for joining me and I'll see you soon.